I'm Dane Marks and welcome to the first episode of Bird Matters, a weekly online resource that shares news, views, reviews, events and useful information about the life of birds and the environment that they share with us. But most important, we want to share feedback, so send us your photographs, videos that you've made, or links to interesting content. We'd love to share it.
Hi, I'm Malisha Khokomani. Thanks again for joining us here today in Kalk Bay, Western Cape, South Africa. On this week's episode, we have our main story, where we'll be discussing birds and citizen science. We then review BirdLasser, which is an app that's changing how we atlas birds. And we have some great content from the world of bird-crazy people. But first, apart from all the useful information that we'd love to share with you, appreciation of birds is also about their sheer grace and beauty, and the pleasure we get from just watching them. So for no reason other than that they're beautiful, here's some images from one of our main contributors, the multi-talented and recently married Davide Gaio.
We thought for our first episode it would be good to take a look at citizen science. This is where birders and scientists work together to try and figure out changes in population, habits and ecology of birds in space and time. There are masses of citizen science projects in Southern Africa, covering many different aspects of science, and a number of these are on birds. Citizen science is a great way for people to turn their hobby into a useful tool for environmental tracking. SABAP2 is Africa's largest citizen science project and a great way to get involved, if you know your birds. In bird atlasing, you take a 5x5 minute grid cell in the landscape called a pentad and cover it systematically, trying to spot as many different bird species as possible. You might spend between 2 hours and 5 days in a pentad, covering all different major habitats, making a list of every species you see in the order that you see them. You upload this info, either using an app such as Link's BirdTix or BirdLasser, which we review in this episode, or manually online with the SABAP2 data management system. It's much easier than you think, and it's a lot of fun. Since the start of the project, over 1,800 volunteer atlasers have contributed more than 7.5 million records.
You watch what now? You what? You watch what? You look at birds. What? You watch birds? And why? What do you get out of that? I can't see what you get out of that.
So what is this strange subculture of birders? I mean, it's easy enough if you are one, but there's no shortage of misunderstandings and stereotypes. Let's be honest, look at me. Do I fit the stereotype birder? I mean, do I? Embrace the brighter side of life. Pick up those binoculars. Follow the tweets and the movement of the trees. Before you know it, your stress levels will have dropped, you'll be more focused in life, and you'll have new friends.
The African skimmer is one of Southern Africa's rarest birds. Due to the exploitation of river systems, the sandbanks they need for nesting are being destroyed. As habitats continue to disappear, so will our birds.
So in each episode, we'll be reviewing new and interesting apps, books, online resources and DVDs. So seeing as we've been discussing bird atlasing, let's have a look at BirdLasser. BirdLasser is a mobile app that allows you to record, upload, and share the fruits of your atlasing outings. There are a couple of apps that do this, namely Lynx Bird Ticks, but BirdLasser is new on the market and has been rated by BirdLife South Africa as a good tool to have. And it's free. You can get all the details by going to their website, and of course, you can download the app at Android or Apple app stores.
Well, that's it from me and for this episode of Bird Matters. I've got some birding to go do.
All the content that you have viewed on this week's episode can be viewed in its full, unedited glory. All you have to do is click on the upper left of the screen, or if the video is in Vimeo, you can go to our website where you'll find all the links. That's all from me this week. See you next episode.